Have you ever wondered how we ended up in a world where electric vehicles, once seen as the ultimate solution, are now perceived as a problem? Those were the days, weren't they? When the electric dream was born, a revolutionary answer to our environmental woes and energy anxieties. These sleek machines, humming along the roadways, promised a world free of smoggy exhaust and oil spills. Imagine vehicles powered by electricity, not gasoline. A world where the dreaded morning commute didn't contribute to the melting ice caps or smoky city skylines. They were the poster children of clean energy, the shining beacon of an energy-efficient future. Zero emissions, they said. Lower fuel costs, they promised. A win-win for your wallet and the world, it seemed. But as they say, all that glitters is not gold. The once celebrated savior of our planet soon started to show its true colors. But let's not get ahead of our story. Indeed, the dawn of electric vehicles promised a brighter, cleaner future. However, like any great story, our journey towards a fully electric future has hit a roadblock. Now, don't get me wrong, the electric vehicle industry is still buzzing with potential, but it's currently facing a few bumps in the road. Let's start with the most obvious one: battery technology. Sure, we've made great strides in this department, but the fact remains that current battery tech is still far from perfect. The reality is the energy density of batteries today can't quite match up to that of good old fossil fuels. This means shorter ranges for electric cars and longer charging times. And let's not forget about the lifespan of these batteries. They degrade over time, and replacing them is no small feat, both in terms of cost and environmental impact. Then there's the issue of infrastructure. Electric vehicles require a completely different refueling system to their petrol-guzzling counterparts. We're talking about charging stations which are still few and far between in many parts of the world, and even when they are available, charging an electric car takes significantly longer than filling up a tank of gas. This isn't just inconvenient for drivers, it also presents a significant challenge for power grids. Speaking of challenges, let's not overlook the environmental impact of manufacturing electric vehicles. While it's true that EVs produce zero tailpipe emissions, the process of making them isn't exactly green. The extraction of raw materials for batteries, for instance, can have a devastating impact on the environment. There's also the question of what to do with these batteries once they've reached the end of their life. Lastly, we can't ignore the concerns of investors. They were initially sold on the idea of a booming EV market. But now, many are starting to question the growth potential of this industry. They're starting to see that the road to a fully electric future is not as smooth as they first thought. These hurdles have turned the once promising EV revolution into a daunting challenge. But remember, every challenge presents an opportunity for innovation and growth. And who knows, maybe the next big breakthrough in the electric vehicle industry is just around the corner. But what does this mean on a global scale? Are electric vehicles really a problem worldwide? Let's take a trip around the globe, shall we? The world of electric vehicles is as vast and varied as the countries that embrace them. Different nations, different approaches, and oh boy, different challenges. Over in the land of the rising sun, Japan, they are pushing the envelope of technology, striving for a balance between range, efficiency, and cost. Some days it feels like they are playing a high-stakes game of Jenga, with the tower teetering precariously on the edge of collapse. Then there's China, the world's largest auto market. They're grappling with their own set of issues. Pollution, a major concern, is driving the push towards electric vehicles, but the need for rare earth minerals for batteries, well, that's a whole different can of worms. And let's not forget Europe. The old continent's love for all things green is pushing them towards a future where electric vehicles rule the roads. But with a myriad of regulations and standards, the journey is more akin to navigating a labyrinth than a straight highway. Meanwhile, in the land of stars and stripes, the United States, it's a mixed bag. On one hand, there's the enthusiasm for innovation and the allure of Silicon Valley. On the other, there's the concern about job losses in traditional automotive sectors and the reliability of the electric grid. But amidst all these challenges, automakers worldwide aren't backing down. They're rolling up their sleeves, ready to embrace this disruptive technology. From Tesla's autopilot to Volkswagen's commitment to build 1 million electric cars per year by the end of the decade, the industry is buzzing with activity. The love for electric vehicles is global. The problems are universal, but the resolve is unwavering. Each country, each automaker is tackling the issues head-on, making adjustments and moving forward. Yes, there are roadblocks, but the journey is far from over. So it's clear that the EV revolution is not a smooth ride, but a bumpy road filled with obstacles. So where do we stand now? Is the electric vehicle revolution at a standstill, or is there still a spark of hope? Let's take a look at the current state of affairs. Electric vehicles, once hailed as the savior of our planet, are now facing a bit of a hiccup. But isn't that the case with all major changes? There are always bumps on the road to progress. Despite the challenges, electric vehicles are far from being sidelined. They're still zooming around our streets, silently and swiftly, leaving behind a cleaner, greener world. The market is growing, albeit slowly, and more manufacturers are jumping on the bandwagon, bringing a range of EV models to suit every taste and pocket. But the road to an all-electric future is not without its potholes. Issues like battery life, charging infrastructure, and high costs are real and pressing. Yet these aren't insurmountable problems. They're challenges, opportunities for innovation and improvement. Take the battery problem, for instance. Technological advancements are already on their way to extend battery life and reduce charging times. Innovative solutions are being explored, from swappable batteries to wireless charging. As for the infrastructure, countries around the world are investing heavily in EV charging stations. The day when you can find a charging point as easily as a gas station isn't too far off. And when it comes to cost, remember the early days of any tech? Prices always start high and then gradually come down. The same is happening with electric vehicles. As production scales up, costs will come down, making EVs more accessible to the average Joe. The future of EVs is not just about solving these problems, but also about seizing the opportunities they present. Imagine a world where our cars are not just vehicles, but mobile power units, capable of feeding electricity back into the grid. In conclusion, electric vehicles were supposed to be the answer, but now they're the problem. However, with innovation and perseverance, they can still be the solution we all hope for. So let's not lose hope. Let's buckle up and enjoy the ride towards a cleaner, greener electric future. Please like and subscribe for more of such content.